it's my K-Shopper. So again, today is November 22nd, 2020. It is Monsta X's Kihyun's birthday. And as you can see, I went through my transformation. I feel like comparing the two videos I'm making today, I went from like Clark Kent to Superman, or let's say the female version, I went to like a regular lady to Catwoman. And you know, I had to look this up. The real name of Catwoman is Selena Kyle. Did any of you guys know that unless you follow the Batman story? But yeah, so in terms of being a female, I went from Selena Kyle to Catwoman. So here I am, and I'm kind of a little bit too fancy today, at least in my opinion, a little bit too fancy, and it's because I'm wearing some of the jewelry from Pt.2 of Kihyun's things that I said I would wear on his birthday. So here I am looking like this. Very strangely, of all days, and it's on Kihyun's birthday, I have nothing shopping related to show to you guys. Well, the only shopping related thing I could think about is that I tweeted yesterday that I'm now off break and like gonna help you guys ship out a lot before EMS prices go up really high next month. So if you haven't already, please do contact me to try and do these orders as quickly as we can. So today is technically my last day of break, and then tomorrow I'll be responding to all you guys. I know all you guys are messaging me a lot, so I'll respond to you guys very, very soon after today. What else to do on Kihyun's birthday except let's just talk about him all day until the end of this video. So what to begin with? How about first, I let you guys know why Kihyun is my favorite member in Monsta X. So I first got to know Monsta X from their song Hero. So that was the first time I ever heard of them, and I really liked the song Hero, but at the time I just didn't get interested in that group. I just liked the song and that was it. So that was technically the first time I heard about them. And then in 2017, when we started my K-Shopper, I had a customer who was the first person to ask us for Monsta X related items. So this customer, who I consider a friend now, has a very special place in my heart since she helped me become a fan of Monsta X. So anyways, I was helping her buy Monsta X related items, and one of the items she wanted me to buy for her was a Kihyun photo card. Now I didn't know him at the time. I was just learning all the members' names at this time too, you know, helping her find the items that she wanted. And so one of them was a Kihyun photo card, and so I just remember seeing his picture for the first time, and I'm like, oh, he's a very good looking person. Very weird. I mean, I find many guys looking very handsome or attractive. It was just so weird. When I first saw that picture of Kihyun, I just felt instantly like, wow, he is a very good looking person. It was a very weird experience when I first saw his picture, so I still can't forget about it. But anyways, I just remember seeing his picture and that he was very good looking, but then I didn't think much about him afterwards. At the time, I was a huge BTS fan, so I couldn't really like focus on any other guys. Like not even Kihyun at the time like took so much of my attention to like stray me away from BTS, which I thought was kind of interesting. But yeah, so I just remember I just saw Kihyun's photo card and I just thought he was good looking, and then I just kind of forgot about him afterwards. Couple months fast forward, it's Jealousy era, and during Jealousy was when I fully became a Monsta X fan. Now I can't really explain how I totally got into the fandom. I mean, because there were just so many things going on in my life during that time. I got into the Jealousy era. Just suddenly something happened between me and Monsta X basically, and I just suddenly fell in love with them. I mean, I wish I could explain it better, but I legit just fell in love with Monsta X. But I didn't fall in love with them after seeing a performance or seeing a concert or even seeing their variety shows. That's not how I fell in love with them. It was more just that I liked seeing them as people. It was really, really weird, but it was just seeing them as people and not really as them as singers. It was like I really fell in love with Monsta X because of who they are. Like I personally don't really care about them as singers. You know, I got exposed to them, you know, with their songs and like their photo cards, but like none of that ever got me interested. But then just when I suddenly got to get to know them as people, that was when I'm like, wow, you guys are amazing people, and I now want to be your fan for life. So that moment, it strayed me away from the BTS fandom. Like something was happening with me and BTS, to be honest, that I couldn't really like BTS as much as I did before. So during that time when I was slowly getting into Monsta X, it was also me slowly getting away from BTS because of certain things I can't talk about. So from that point on, I totally like did not look back at BTS anymore, and I have loved Monsta X ever since. So it's been over 2 years now of me being their fan, and I still really like them for who they are. So now after getting to know all 7 members and finally become a Monsta X fan, you may be asking, how did I become to bias Kihyun? Hopefully, as you can see through all my videos, I really love all 7 members, which is the first time I've ever loved a group like all the members. And so, you know, you have the bias record, or like, oh, suddenly, you know, you feel like you have 2 biases or something like that. I hear you guys talk about that a lot. But for me, how it became to be only Kihyun for me, I mean, Kihyun compared to the rest of the members, I mean, first off, like I said from the beginning, I find him very attractive and good looking. And you know, in my subjective opinion, I think he's the best looking person in Monsta X. And it's just, you know, just my taste, right? We can't help who we find attractive. And so I still found him very handsome. But then on top of that, as I got to know more of his personality and what he's able to show to us in the public spectrum as a K-pop singer, I just always found him very, very interesting. And I still find him interesting where I want to know more about him. And as I get to know more about him, I still like him just as much, the same, or even more than before. That is how a person becomes your bias, right? You just keep liking them and you can't really compare him to anyone else. And so yeah, I just feel like Kihyun is really like top tier for me, I guess. So I just even after 2.5 years, he's still my bias. I can't think of any moment where I wavered away from him. I just really still like him a lot. And you know, thankfully he hasn't done anything bad where I want to not like him anymore. So sometimes I worry about that with K-pop singers. At any moment, if they do something wrong or bad, like that could ruin their whole career. But I always want to hope and pray that Kihyun and the rest of Monsta X will all be okay and become singers for a very long time. I mean, we already know their history has not been so good so far, but I mean, I'm still very thankful and glad that they are still able to do what they're doing now. And even though it still pains me like they're all not together anymore, my love for them is so big in my opinion. Like after 1 left, usually fans would leave, to be honest, right? Because the group is broken and is not the same anymore. You know, how excited can you get used to this broken group now? And just, you know, it's even worse that they can't even talk about each other. But I really do love all of Monsta X a lot, that even through these, you know, turmoil and hardships, that I still want to stay with them, even though it is painful for me. But I still really like them a lot, and I still do. And as long as we can keep going like this, and that maybe in the future I still hope for them to be reunited in some way, who knows, but I still want to trust in their friendship with each other, and that, yeah, and just really hope for their good luck in the future. I didn't expect to really talk like that while I'm only explaining why Kihyun is my bias, but it just all relates to each other because I love Monsta X. But also, as you found out, I became a Monsta X fan because of My K-Shopper. Can you believe it? So I'm always super thankful that we created My K-Shopper, because then I would not have become a Monsta X fan. Most likely not. So I am very thankful that we made this business, and so also thankful to you guys for, like, you know, being so supportive and really enjoy our service. So that is just really just awesome news as always. But also, I never expected that our biggest customer interest would be all Monsta X related. Really crazy, but I really appreciate it. Of course, like if I were not a Monsta X fan and having to help all you guys buy all these items would be kind of awkward, huh? But you know, it's just worked out that I became a fan through the shopping business. So really, just thanks you guys for all the support as always. If it weren't for COVID-19, on Kihyun's birthday, I would actually want to go to a fan site birthday cafe and get all the cute little goods that they would make. But sadly, of course, I couldn't for today because there are just way too many cases in Korea right now, especially in Seoul. So it's way too dangerous to go out. So I was a little bit sad about that. But anyway, it's okay. Today is Sunday, so that's also why I really felt kind of good taking a break today and just stay home and relax, and only making these 2 new videos to show you guys. I'm just thinking, did I talk enough about Kihyun? A part of me feels like I didn't really talk enough about him. I don't know why, but I'll just end this video on Kihyun's birthday. Like, if ever he watches one of my videos, that would be weird if he is watching one of my videos. I know Kihyun's English is really good these days, but I can't honestly believe if he could really understand me, because I think I talk kind of fast, and you know, I'm talking like a native English speaker. I don't really know if he could even understand this. But Monsta X are still promoting their Fatal Love album, and so they're doing all these fan signs with the fans. And I mean, of course I'm a little bit envious, but you know, it's just so hard to win those fan signs. So really congrats to any of you guys if you've been winning those fan signs. But I've been seeing them sometimes because they share it on Twitter, and like seeing the things that they talk about with them. If I ever do win the chance to talk with Kihyun, what would I want to say to him? I really don't know. So that's why I decided to think about it. So I'm thinking back now on the letter that he wrote, like right when it was 12 a.m. in Korea on November 22nd, he uploaded this letter on Fan Cafe. And so I'm thinking about that right now because he wrote something that was like kind of, I don't know, but he wrote it in Korean, and so the part that like kind of got me emotional was that he said that he feels like that he's like not worth anything. So like he's like just that he's nothing special. He kind of like used that word to mean like that he's not anything special, but because of what Monbebes have been saying to him, like the words that they've been saying to him, that he got to like know again that he is actually a really important person. And I think reading that kind of got me emotional because like I just couldn't believe that Gihyun would think that he is not someone special, that he is not important to anyone. Like you would think at this point he knows that so many fans love him, and like I feel like you guys who are Gihyun fans, you really show your love to him. So I just was just very surprised that he would even think and say that. But but I was very appreciative that he it felt like that he wrote that letter quite honestly. But the message that I want to say for Gihyun is that happy birthday, and I know that because of Corona, COVID, that we have not been able to see each other for a really, really long time. But given that we both live in Korea and we were never able to see each other in person, it's really, really sad. But I do still think about you a lot. I worry about you a lot, and I just always wish that you know that you are a very important person to many people, not only me but to many other Monbibis out there. And like I'll just speak for myself though, like you have always been a very, very important person to me, and I just really, really just want you to be happy and enjoy life, and really know that there's someone like me here who supports you. And I also think that you're always doing such a good job. I know that you always keep saying that you have to work harder, and that's such a Korean thing to say, that I have to work harder all the time, but I feel like that you are definitely working really hard, and it shows a lot. And so I just want you to just know that you're doing fine just the way that you are, and like don't slack off. I know you're not that kind of person, but don't slack off, and just you're doing fine the way you are. You don't really have to do more, because I don't want you to get hurt like you did in the past. So I don't want you to get hurt from anything, and just do how you've been doing. Just be happy what you're doing, and that you're really doing super, super well, and this always makes me feel so proud of you. But I do want to end this video message on a small personal note. I try not to make it cheesy. It's definitely gonna sound cheesy, but I'm just thinking about it. So Gihyun, I hope you know that I still really like you, even though we've been through so many hard times, as a singer to fan, like, we went through some hard times, but I still really like you. I don't know why, but I still do. So I hope you know that I'm still here for you. I still really like you. I said earlier that you're a very important person to me, but I mean, let's be real, you're just a K-pop singer, and my friends and family are of course more important to me. But in terms of like how you are in my life, I just before I got to know you, Kihyun, I was a happy person. I was of course very satisfied with my life, but then after getting to know you and the rest of Monsta X, so after getting to know you guys, I became even more happy than I thought I could be, and I didn't even know that would be possible. I always think of you guys as really, really important people in my life, that you guys who, we barely know each other, but you guys were able to make me more happy than I was before, and I just feel like that's a really amazing thing to happen. I'm not crying. Okay, wow. So yeah, just got a little bit teary-eyed. Oh my gosh. That's gonna be the strong personal note to end this on, is that yeah, just thank you that you guys were able to make me more happy than I was before. And I really hope that me here, whatever I'm doing to help support you guys, I always hope that I can make you happy just like that. So that's all I'm gonna say for this video now. So part of me is thinking, should I like try and say like a short message in Korean? Do you guys want to hear it? I don't know, but then the thing is, I'm a bit self-conscious of how I sound like in Korean, because I 100% sound like an American, so that's why I always feel self-conscious when I speak Korean. But I mean, yeah, why not? It's Kihyun's birthday. I really want to make this video super special, so I'll go ahead and like say a short message in Korean if by chance he ever watches this. So yeah, I'll start the message. 기현이에게 오늘은 생일 너무너무 축하하고, 오늘 그냥 기현이 생일이니까 저는 이렇게 영상에서 처음 한국말로 해주는 게 이렇게 된 거예요. 정말로 기현이와 몬스터 X 덕분에 저 진짜 너무 행복하고 너무 감사하고, 솔직히 말하면 아직 좀 힘든데 알고 있을 것 같은데 아직 좀 힘든데 저 아직도 너무 행복해요. 우리 언젠가 또 만났으면 좋겠어요. 생일 축하하고 항상 건강 잘 챙기고 조심하고 우리 언젠가 또 만나자. I'm not gonna translate what I said in my Korean message to Kihyun, so just if you know Korean, then you're lucky enough to know what I said. But yeah, I also think this video is gonna take me so long to edit because I'm not sure if I want to reveal a lot of the things that I said in that message. But yeah, just I feel like I did everything that I wanted to do on Kihyun's birthday. So just thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you were interested in it, but if not, I mean, I felt very satisfied for making this video, at least for myself. And if you guys enjoyed it, thank you as always. And I will talk to you guys again super soon. Until next time, bye.